What's up, guys? Me, Whiskey Sierra Martin again. Here with another video called "Is It Coming to Console?" Another continuation in the series that I wanted to start when I started it with. I think it was a 386 Peterbilt. So probably the last video that I did, but I just haven't had time to freaking do it. So here you go. Anyway, this is the New Holland Workmaster series. If you played FS19, you probably recognize this tractor. This is from FS19 originally. I have completely converted it to FS22, and I've done all new options on it. Well, I should say all new wheel options on it. Pretty much everything's the same as before, but it has new wheels. There's an open station version. Let's see. Of course, cab version. Oh, I gotta start it first. That's one thing that's different from FS19 versus FS22, which I don't really understand, because you can open and shut a cab door in real life without turning the damn tractor on. So I don't know why they did that with FS22, but you have to turn it on to actually shut it. But opening, closing cab door, highly detailed interior. The only thing I couldn't get like perfectly accurate to the real X5 series Workmaster tractors is the dashboard, because it has kind of that T5 cluster with this same surround. But anyway, turn that off. One cool thing about it is this is probably the first tractor in Farm Simulator with like full-size utility tractor that has industrial tires. Go ahead and look at the store here. Let's see. Here's the cab version. When you load it, you get two different versions, of course. You get the cab and the open station. With the cab first, you get these standard trailboard wheels that are, the dishes are inverted, so it looks fairly accurate. I was trying to do what I could rather with the in-game wheels to make it look as realistic as possible. So this is what we ended up with. I personally like how it looks. I think it looks pretty realistic and pretty accurate to the 1/1 scale tractor. There is wheel weights. This is trailboard, keep in mind. Wheel weights and the wide tires, and you get the different wheels and dishes. I tried resizing these hubs, and it just, every time I tried to resize them, they disappeared into the wheel for whatever reason. So blame Giants for that one. And there's something else you'll be able to blame Giants here pretty soon. For this mod in particular, I'll tell you what that is. Anyway, so you get the wide trailboards and the wide with the weights. The real ones, I mean, they look like this, but they have more spokes in them, I guess. These are Fiat style wheels. And communal, which is just the industrial tires. Front fender, well, let's see. Back to standard. So Michelin, you've got the standard wheels, and then you've got wheel weights. One thing that really bugs me with FS22 versus FS19 is that, like, I could adjust the wheel weight scale in the XML with FS19. I cannot do it for whatever reason in FS22. So unless I pull the actual XML file from the tire in game and modify it to where this is like what I did with the trailboards here, where the weight is actually the right freaking size, they're just giant. So hopefully I can find a workaround for that. But for now, this is what we got. So anyway, Michelin, you've got wheel weights and standard. That's all you got for Michelin. Continental's the same, and you get these bigger wheels. These are like more along the line with like a Ford, excuse me, Ford like 40 series or a New Holland 40 series TS or a New Holland TS rather. Just kind of that 4-spoke wheel design. It's a very reminiscent of older New Hollands, which I mean these newer New Hollands have these too. So Continental is standard size. If you remember the one from 19, like when you selected Michelin, they were freaking gigantic, and the tractor looked huge. And obviously these are not big tractors by any means; they're small tractors. So to be utility tractors. But anyway, that's the Continental's the biggest size, I think. Yeah, Continental and the Midas are the biggest size tires that are on this tractor. But anyway, standard wheel weights, basically the same thing. Midas, you get the same thing. And once again, this giant ass wheel weight that I can't figure out how to make small in the XML. So before I release it, I'll probably go back and actually separate the XML files and put them in the actual mod folder so I can change the size of the wheel weights like I did with the TroubleWorks. But that's all you get with the Midas. But you know, I know Giants, if I do end up sending this off to console, I know that Giants will whine about it not having its wheel options like they did with the T5. Anyway, back to TroubleWorks. Personally, my favorite wheel setup for this tractor is nope, wrong one. My personal favorite wheel setup for this tractor is this one. I think it looks the most accurate, and it's what you would see. Anyway, we'll just leave it at that. So the configuration appears for the weights. So you get the brush guard standard, and most of these tractors, if you go to a dealership and you see the 55 through 75 series Workmaster sitting in the dealership, you'll get these brush guards that are standard on the tractor. But you can also choose wheel weights. I got a bracket and just different weight options for the front, and then no weights, of course. No front 3-point hitch because I don't deal with that nonsense. We don't really have that over here. I know I've seen some John Deere tractors that do interstate mowing that have them, but over here in America we don't really see those much. So we'll just leave it at that because of course I like that. Beacons on the cab. This is only on the cab version. On the cab version, I should mention, you get, you know, 2 turn signals, 2 fog lights, obviously the headlights, tail lights. The rear turn signals are built into the tail lights. You get rear work lights and rear turn signals and hazards. Of course, a rear warning triangle. It's American style hitch, 3-point hitch. I even changed the upper link so it's not this like European style hook. It's all I forget what category it is now. It's been so since I actually owned a tractor, I can't remember what the categories are, but you have like the standard US hookup with a drawbar and the 2 end links and the stabilized bar, connection hoses, all of that good stuff. Fenders are optional, so you can have the fenders or you can just take them away. It's up to you. A lot of these tractors in this Workmaster series, they don't have the front fenders, and so if you want to get rid of them, you can. Beacons are another one. So the cab version comes standard with 0 beacons, but you can add left or you can add right, or you can have both. It's up to you. Personally, I like this look. This is me. Front loader attacher is the Stoll. I guess it is Stoll, whatever it is. FS19 and the Allo, which works with the Quickie loaders. I just left that one on there. Excuse me. Main color. I mean, I've got got an ass ton. So you got Department of Transportation yellow, orange, DOT white, New Holland red. If you decide you want to go for the more Fiat look, it's up to you. I don't know. I personally like the blue. I don't like the red. Blue candy or blue power, whatever you want to call it. Giants wanted these color options when I did this for 19, so I left them. I personally, I like just a straight up New Holland blue, but that's just me anyway. Red candy, and then black. Wheel options, you've got the standard colors. If you want it, like if you want a matchy, you can do that. Or if you want like just really odd, weird, off the wall colors, you can also do that. Or if you want black, you can also do that. Which black looks kind of good with the, this color. So, and let's go back to normal. Okay. I call this a New Holland normal. So, Workmaster, let me get rid of this. Workmaster 55 is a standard engine option for this X5 series. I call it New Holland tractor. So you get 55, 65, and 75. Now that is the cab version. I'm not gonna go through all the options on this one just to save time, but like the ROPS version or Open Station version is pretty much exactly the same, with the only exception is that wrong one. You get either no canopy, so you just get the roll bar, or you get the falling objects or FOPS canopy. So you get one or two options on that one. I spent a lot of time in Blender on this tractor last year when I was working on it, because it was actually April or May of 2021, I think, is when I released it on consoles for FS19. So anyway, going back to it, I'm pretty happy with how it is in FS22. Pretty much, it's pretty much ready to go the way it sits. There's one issue though, and this is where I answer your question: is it coming to console, quote unquote? Well, here's the issue. I have an error that says something about the i3D error, and it can't detect shader files or something like that. So until I get that error figured out, no, it's not. It's coming to PC, which is really annoying, and I'm sure it is annoying for you guys that used this tractor on console in FS19 and loved it. But for some reason, I don't know what it is with FS22 and why I've got errors in the i3D file that I can't figure out through the Giants test runner. But that's unfortunately where we're at with it. So for now, it's PC only. But hopefully I can find a workaround with it, and we can get it out for all platforms. Anyway, as usual, like and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. Go like my page. It's Whiskey Ceremony on Facebook. I now have a website. In case you didn't know, I have a new website. It's whiskeyceremony.com. Subscribe to me on Patreon. I don't post links to mods on Patreon because I don't sell mods. But I do have a private Discord set up through the Patreon. So make sure you have a Discord account. I do have a public Discord. Like, all those links will be down in the description below. That being said, guys, I'm going to sign off, and we'll see you next time.